To begin with, let me start off by understanding your outlook on the Indian investment climate right now. Why do you think that it's a good time for founders to actually start companies, and how in India specifically do you think founders can really play the alpha here?
Well, it's a great time because, as Warren Buffett said, when others are fearful, one should be aggressive. We are in a down cycle, but I will tell you, euphoria is not a great time to invest. One of the big things, there's a lot of talent, which is the oil of startups coming from large companies. So large companies are hemorrhaging talent, they're doing layoffs. Those are the people you want to help build your startup. The other thing is, because not all your competitors are getting a lot of funding, if you have a good idea and a good team, you have a huge advantage over a more liberal time where everybody can get funding. So I do think it's a very good time for investors. You can build better teams, cheaper, faster, easier, with better talent.
Oh, yes, indeed. And I wanted to speak about AI investments as well, because that is a space that you have had a definite first mover advantage. You said that at the time when you invested in ChatGPT and OpenAI, it was described as a very crazy notion. So now, what would be your opinion on AI investment in India?
Well, AI is the new phenomenon. 6 months ago, people didn't quite know how big a phenomena, maybe 9 months ago, how big a phenomena ChatGPT was. It grew so much faster to 100 million users than TikTok. So it has created a lot of euphoria, and hence I would say a little bit of caution. But the good thing is, we invested in OpenAI 4 or 5 years ago, because we realized how impactful AI would be when developed. You couldn't predict the timing. You couldn't say it'll be here, this capability will be here in 4 years. But you could definitely say it's a very, very important trend. 10 years ago, I wrote about how AI can actually do the function of a lot of doctors or a lot of teachers. So a lot of things AI can do: content generation, music, all those things. So it's a very broad area of impact. Think of it more like when the iPhone platform came, and suddenly all these apps, from Uber to Airbnb to Ola Cab to pick your favorites, all became possible. Well, AI is the same kind of platform, only 10 or 100 times larger in my view. Many more things get enabled, and that's why it's such a promising area. Having said that, there's a hard part to it. What I've noticed over the last 6 months is a lot of startups do very niche things, add one little capability, and the next release of a large platform like GPT-4 or Google's effort obsoletes that feature because it's now built in. So it is tricky, and you want the right help and advice in picking what to go after. What will be a sustainable advantage and what won't be is a very tricky question. But the opportunity is so large, and frankly, because it's so easy to get into it, it's open to a lot more people to do startups.